Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Joeboy Racing. In today's video I'm going to be giving you my best bets, my best tips for day 2 of the York Ebor meeting. I am recording this before day 1's races have been run, so fingers crossed we can go close with a couple of the selections there. I've got 3 tips for you for day 2, so let's get stuck into it. So my first bet of the day comes in the first race, the 150, the Lowther Stakes. This is going to be a proper interesting race. Obviously, you've got Royal Fixation there and America Queen at the head of the market, both of which have got real strong chances. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to take them on here. I like the claims of Faayth. I thought she performed really well in a listed race in France last time out. That was her first time stepping up to the 6 furlong marks. Now, obviously, the form isn't as strong as the likes of Royal Fixation, coming a neck behind Venetian Sun. And America Queen obviously bolted up in her first ever run and won by something silly like 12 lengths. So they both got really strong claims. I just thought at the prices, this Faayth has just slipped through the net a little bit. I know it's only a listed race in France, not the strongest, but it was her first time stepping up to the 6 furlongs, and the stay in the trip's not going to be a problem. She's got a nice bit of form as well in her first ever run, over 5 furlongs, finishing not too far off Sands of Spain, who's then finished third behind a couple of really good sprinters in Anthelia and Havana Hurricane in the super sprint. This is going to be our biggest test yet. We've got Tom Marquand on board, which I think is a really positive jockey booking. Obviously, connections feel like she's in with a chance. And at 12 to 1, I'm going to have a small each way play on her with the 3 places that are available. Moving on to the second race of the day, the 225, Harry's Half Million. Massive field, loads of prize money available. It's going to be a cracking race. And I'm siding here with channel favourite Anthelia, 6 to 1 at time of recording. I did take the bet boost on Bet365 to make it 7 to 1. There is still 4 places available, and I just think it's a cracking each way bet to nothing really. Was really game, really brave last time out in the super sprint to get the job done against the clever sprinter as well, Havana Hurricane. Now, our only loss has come over 6 furlongs, which obviously is a little bit of a concern. I actually went to Newmarket that day when she lost, thinking that she was going to go in. You can see that in my July course vlog, my first ever A Day at the Races vlog. However, both trainer and jockey have said that they got the tactics wrong that day. They followed the wrong horse. They was after following Bella Lyra, who has come out since and run really well over 6 furlongs. And she didn't finish off that badly. I said I think she'd be more suited stepping back down to the 5 furlongs in that vlog. However, connections are confident that she'll stay it out. Hopefully, the jockey's given a little bit more free rein to do as he pleases, as he was allowed to do in the super sprint stakes. And I just think she's going to be right in the frame. The way she finishes off her races so strongly, I do think the 6 furlongs will be okay. And as long as she doesn't run into too much trouble, which shouldn't be a problem at York, I can't see her finishing out the top 4. So I've backed Anthelia each way at the 7 to 1 boosted price with Bet365. Before we move on to my last tip, I do just have to mention, if you guys watch the anti-post video I put up for York, I mentioned in the Yorkshire Oaks, Killing Queen 14 to 1 with 3 places. I didn't take it because I wasn't 100% sure that she would be coming here, and that was such a big mistake. There's only 4 runners in that race now, so a 14 to 1 bet with 3 places would have been a cracking bet. But there you go, we live and we learn. And if Estrange does get pulled out because the ground's too firm, then it would have been a guaranteed payout. So we'll see how that one goes. Moving on to my last tip of the day, 445, the 7 furlong nursery. And I think Amazing Journey has got a cracking chance in this. At 10 to 1 currently at time of recording, with 5 places on offer here. He has won at York before, over 6 furlongs, however, but it was on good to firm ground. So the course isn't going to be a problem. The ground going isn't going to be a problem. And he just really caught my eye last time out at Goodwood. Didn't get a good run in, had to be switched out a couple of different times. But when he did get a clear run, he absolutely ate up the ground to only finishing a couple lengths off. I know on the bare form figures, 5th place doesn't look good, and there's a couple of other reopposing runners in here that finished ahead of him on that day. However, at York, I think it's going to be a lot more difficult to run into trouble like he did that day. It looked like the 7 furlongs really suited. That was on heavy ground as well. I think he prefers the good to firm by the looks of things. And with 5 places on offer at 10-1, I just think that's a proper cracking each way bet. I was a little bit concerned about Stellar Sunrise in here. Now, I watched this interview with Matt Chapman and Oisin Murphy last night, and Oisin Murphy actually said Stellar Sunrise is his best ride of the whole meeting, which is obviously quite worrying because he's got some good rides booked across the meeting. However, he is drawn in the car park, and Matt Chapman cut him off twice while he was making his case for Stellar Sunrise, so we actually didn't get any sort of inside information about that ride. So looked good at Goodwood last time when he won over 7 furlongs. So I may just throw a wind dart at him, like just a small wind dart sort of cover bet, just because I'll be kicking myself, if I didn't take that one. However, the main selection is Amazing Journey at 10-1. So that wraps up all of my tips, all of my bets for day 2 of the York Ebor Festival. I can't wait for this day 1 to get underway. Fingers crossed we've picked out a couple of winners for you guys there. Big thank you to everyone getting stuck into the comments, liking the video, subscribing, as always, much appreciated. Get stuck into the comments again. Let me know who your fancies are for day 2. Let me know if there's any good things that I've missed in there. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing a video for each day of the meeting with my bets, my best bets. Best of luck to you all on this fantastic meeting. And as always, happy punting.